Hello, and welcome back to REV Hi-Fi. Once again, my name's Mike Walsh, and this is episode 4. And again, it's going to be different than normal. Over the weekend, I had my brother, Danny Walsh, and Nathan Woodworth of the legendary Bartlesville act, Tuff Profit, stop by and spend the weekend for me. And needless to say, things got a little out of control. Thus is the nature of hanging out with those cats. But as it stands, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this episode up into basically 2 parts. This part here is going to be the standard, my standard episode where I'm going to review a record and spend a little bit of time with my guests, at which point that'll be the episode. After which I will post the full extended director's cut, if you will, of the conversation that I had with Danny and Nathan. It's pretty fascinating. Lots of good information for young and up-and-coming artists. I highly recommend you checking it out. But it goes on for almost 15 to 20 minutes. I can't exactly remember. But if you're interested, I will be posting it shortly after this video. So I recommend checking it out. In any which case, let's get right down to it. First, I'm going to show you a little bit of our conversation. Then I'm going to review Blackfoot Gypsies on the Loose. So stick around, check it out. Anyway, since I got you guys here, I know that Tuff Profit's kind of in a semi-retirement. Y'all were jamming, you said, in the, what would you call the doghouse?
Yeah, we got a doghouse. It's our little studio that Carrie's got. Carrie Choate's our lead singer. Steve Sutherland and Jesse Talbert, the missing guys. We have a little place called the Doghouse. That's where we gather to hang out, get inspired, practice, whatever. It hasn't been used much over the last year or so yeah, we kind of got things fired back up.
Yeah, very nice. It's like a home away from home.
How long have y'all guys been on your hiatus or retirement? How long has that been officially?
2011 was the New Year's Eve show when we officially stopped the bookings and all that stuff. And we did a couple of charity events throughout that year. And then January 2012, we actually did our last 5 of us got together in performance. And since then, we've all just kind of
taking the time.
Yeah, just kind of.
So it's been about a year then.
Yeah, about a year since we really even thought about playing in front of people or anything.
Right. Well, give me just a little bit of history. If I recall correctly, the first time I saw anything with Tuff Profit's name on it was something that you showed me. I think it was a little CD, and it had Carrie and the other guy, the original guy,
Matt Garrett.
Matt Garrett.
Yeah.
Just those, that's how it started, right?
Yeah, it was Matt Garrett and Carrie were the original Tuff Profit gentlemen, and then me and Nathan was in a band called 39 Hill Band, and Brandon Black who came on board, and the 3 of us basically had no fundamentals of the music. I played in a rock band back in '92, but it was synthesizers. It was just making sound with the drummer in the background. But this time around, we got this project. It was like learning music from the ground up. Yeah. He had learned drums. I had learned guitar. Brandon learned bass and harmonica. And then we met Carrie and Matt. We kind of merged that together and started experimenting with it. And went after a sound that was kind of the Johnny Cash, David Allan Coe, Waylon Jennings type of stuff with a little bit of rock flair to it, a little bit. Just looking for that show to energize.
Right.
And something different than everybody else. The old-fashioned stuff. The stuff that you listen to going down the country road, drinking a beer.
Speaking of Carrie.
Just like the album.
Yeah.
Tales from Toledo Alley, it's half Steve and half Carrie, and they wrote those songs. They're songwriters.
Yeah. Steve is a phenomenal guitar player, singer. He's got probably one of the best voices that I know.
That's awesome.
Straight up.
And the nicest person you'll ever meet.
Yeah, he is an incredibly nice guy. I only got to hang out with him a few times. Every time it was completely like, hey, I've known you for years, man.
Yeah, that was the thing about our band. Like, we all got along. Like family. I mean, we are.
Now, with Jesse Talbert, besides murder convictions and all that stuff. Gotcha! He's going, oh crap, he's talking about it.
Well, let's go ahead. Nathan, tell me a little bit about how you discovered Blackfoot Gypsies and why you think I should review this thing.
I discovered the Blackfoot Gypsies on a drunken night at the Mercury Lounge in Tulsa.
They were members.
Yeah. They were the opener for the Dirty River Boys, and they absolutely killed it. Yeah.
Well, you were pretty excited when you brought it over. So what and they were going to be playing at the Mercury Lounge in Tulsa. What was the date on that?
Tuesday, March 12th.
Tuesday, March 12th at the Mercury Lounge in Tulsa, which I'm going to try my best to make it out with you and doing that. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a good hard listen to this, get my ideas about it, and then I'm going to tell you about it. So stay tuned.
I wandered out last night, looking out for your home, knowing you like to.
This is the Nashville sound you've been looking for. There's something majestic about stripped-down rock and roll. Honestly, I personally can't put my finger on it, but I think if Jack White taught us anything, it's that you don't necessarily need a whole lot of people to capture the spirit of our beloved music style of choice. I guess, if anything, it helps to distill the essence of rocking if you slim down the creative input. And that's exactly what Matthew Page and Zach Murphy of the band Blackfoot Gypsies have done here. They have let the music ferment to perfection, then they bottled it into an incredible auditory mixer. On the Loose is a fantastic voyage in old school rock and roll. Personally, I adore a modern band playing rock music the old-fashioned way. I mean, letting the blues take over really reminds us of where rock came from and why we love it. This record is the very definition of driving music, by the way. When I was listening to the vinyl, the whole time I longed for the open road and all the freaky roadside attractions along the way. Another thing, it's fitting that these guys are from Nashville. I mean, let me explain. If you were to ask me one genre of music that I absolutely hate, the answer would be modern Nashville country. I can't stand the engineered pop music that passes as country these days. And it's a well-known fact that if you hit the bars in Nashville and are lucky enough to see the real writers of those terrible songs, when they perform them, they come alive, and they can truly be great. Well, the Blackfoot Gypsies, at least geographically, are from that world. But they figured it out. They found the sacred scrolls that so many Nashville record labels don't want you to find. Matthew and Zach know how to make music fun, enchanting, and downright intoxicating. You can almost see the smiles on both their faces as they play their music. You might find that their two-piece work derivative of another White Stripes famous act, but give it a chance, because at its core, On the Loose has no pretentious leanings. It has no delusions of grandeur, and it's as if the band wants you to have fun with them. I mean, what more could you ask for? If all the output from Nashville was like this, I just might have to move the garage there. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But as it stands, you owe it to yourself to check these guys out.
So that's it for this week. Again, I want you to check out the extended conversation that I had with Danny and Nathan. I'll post the link to that video somewhere on the screen here. I don't know where yet, but hopefully we'll get it right here. We'll shoot for right here. In any which case, once again, Blackfoot Gypsies will be in Tulsa at the Mercury Lounge on March 12th. I'm probably going to do my best to be there. So should you. The band rocks. I can't wait to see them live. Next week, we're going to have the local progressive metal act Brea on the show. You don't want to miss that. All right, well, we'll check you later.
So this is what I woke up to this morning. The garage is kind of a mess. Rat had a good time, I think. What do you think, Rat? And Clown, he's seen better days.